The recent protests and riots in Portland, Oregon, were the worst in 3 decades in that city. What started out as a protest of Black Lives Matter eventually turned ugly, with buildings being burned and lethal concoctions being thrown at the police. In addition, they burned the American flag and at the same time several Bibles. Whatever the origin of Black Lives Matter and the tragedy of George Floyd, it seems that the movement has to some extent been co-opted. Explosive thrown at police stations is a civil criminal act with legal consequences. But burning Bibles is blasphemy with eternal consequences. Now I realize that many did not condone the militant actions of a few. But if the Black Lives Movement in Portland wants to move people toward racial equity, it's taken a very dangerous turn. And that movement seems, in some extent, to have been taken over by anti-Christian radicals who want to destroy both America and Christianity. May the 10th, 1933, was a day of infamy in German history. It was the start, the setting of the stage of Hitler's genocide, when they had a huge burning of books that they considered to be un-German, particularly those written by Jewish authors. And what a lot of people don't know, at the heart of the ideology of the Third Reich was Nordic white supremacy and the worship of the old pagan gods of Odin and Thor. And by the way, when those Bibles were burned in Portland, these same spirits were summoned in Oregon's Rose City once again. Now you may say, well, it was just a few Bibles, it's not that big a deal. And not all the protesters went along with it. Agreed. The Germans, many of them thought, it's just a few books by some Jewish authors being burned. What's the big deal here? Well, also consider the fact that some states have made it illegal to go to church, to sing and to have worship. And now Bible burnings. Can you see the connection? One Bible burned is one too many. Great evils often have small beginnings. What Portland needs is not another protest. Portland needs an exorcism.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.